गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं कवित्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारिणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजं या कुन्देन्दुरुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषचर्यापः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव.
Namaste children, welcome to another session of the Bhagavad Gita. So far we have learned shlokas 1 to 10. I'm sure you have revised them all and also sent a video recording. Last session we learned shlokas 9 and 10 where Sanjaya told Dhritarashtra that having thus spoken to Sri Krishna, Arjuna again said that he will not fight and became silent. Sri Krishna, as if smiling, addressed the following words to Arjuna in the midst of the two armies. Today we will begin by chanting shlokas 9 and 10. Then we will learn 3 new shlokas 11, 12 and 13. Ready to begin for today? Please chant shlokas 9 and 10 along with me. Sanjay uvacha evamuktva hrishikesham gudakeshah parantapa nayotsya iti govindam uktva tushnim babhuvaha tamuvacha hrishikeshah प्रहसन्निव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तमिदम्. Let us move on to learning the 3 new shlokas for today. In shlokas 11, 12 and 13, we will learn what Krishna said to Arjuna. When thus Arjuna, merged in distressing thoughts and taking refuge in the Lord, sought for the way to overcome his grief, the Lord, considering him a fit recipient for instruction, first shows him what is real and what is unreal, and trying to prove that it was Arjuna's duty to engage in the fight, enters into a discussion. We shall now start with the 11th shloka. I will first chant the full shloka in part by part. We will follow the same pattern for the other shlokas as well. Shri Bhagavanuvāca ashocyananvashocastvam प्रज्ञावादांश्च भासे गतासूनगतासूंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पंडिताः. श्रीभगवानुवाच श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोच्यानन् वशोचस्त्वम् वशोचस्त्वं 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 प्रज्ञावादांश्च 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 भाषसे भाषसे गतासून 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 गतासूंश्च 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 नानुशोचन्ति 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 पंडिताः 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 पंडिताः. Now we will move on to the 12th shloka. नत्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्. न त्वेवाहं न त्वेवाहं न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं जातु नासं जातु नासं न त्वं नेमे न त्वं नेमे न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपाः जनाधिपाः जनाधिपाः. न चैव न चैव न चैव न भविष्यामः 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 सर्वे वयमतः सर्वे वयमतः सर्वे वयमतः परम् परम्. Now the 13th shloka. देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिः धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति. देहिनोऽस्मिन् 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 यथा देहे यथा देहे यथा देहे कौमारं 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 यौवनं जरा यौवनं जरा यौवनं जरा तथा तथा देहांतर प्राप्तिः धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति. Now for the action points. Go back to the link and listen to the recording. Practice well, learn by heart. Now an interesting quiz question for all of you for today. Throughout the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna and Arjuna call each other by many names. You have to find at least 5 names for each of them. We will see the answers in the next session. See you on Monday. Thank you, children.
Namaste children, welcome to Sindhi Model Summer Camp May 2020. This is Padmavati from Maths Department taking Vedic Maths in this online summer camp session. Hope you are all doing good. Children, in the last class we have learned about addition techniques. Hope you practiced all those sums. In today's session we are going to learn about the subtraction techniques. Subtraction is the second basic operation in arithmetic. Okay children, first we will see the conventional method of subtraction. The number from which we are going to subtract is called minuend, and the number which we are going to subtract is subtrahend, and the answer is the difference. Okay, now we will subtract. If the number in the minuend is greater than the number in the subtrahend, no problem. If the number in the minuend is less than the number in the subtrahend, there only problem comes, confusion. Okay, we will see that. Here 9 is greater than 1. So what we have to do? We have to borrow 1. So it will become 11. 11 minus 9 is 2. Now 2 is reduced to 1. If you borrow, it will become 11. 11 minus 8 is 3. Then 3 will be reduced to 2. You have to borrow 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. Then 4 will be reduced to 3. So if you borrow 13, 13 minus 6 is 7. Here again 5 will be reduced to 4. If you borrow, it will become 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. Here 6 will be reduced to 5. So 5 minus 4 is 1. 7 minus 3 is 4. 8 minus 2 is 6. 9 minus 1 is 8. Children, some of you will have confusion in borrowing and you will forget to reduce. Then your answer will go wrong. In order to avoid all this, we will use the techniques in Vedic Maths. Okay children, first before learning the techniques, you have to learn 2 basic concepts, that is base and the complement of a number. What are base? Numbers made up of only ones and zeros are known as base. Examples of base are 10, 100, 1000, etc. Now what are complements? Complement of a number is a subtraction of a number from the nearest base. Complement of 1 is 10 minus 1, 9. Complement of 2 is 10 minus 2, 8. Complement of 3 is 10 minus 3, 7. Complement of 4 is 10 minus 4, 6. Complement of 5 is 10 minus 5, 5. Here the complement of 9 is 1, complement of 8 is 2, complement of 7 will be 3, complement of 6 is 4, complement of 5 is 5, vice versa. Children, first we will learn the dot method of subtraction. See, if the numbers in the subtrahend is greater than the numbers in the minuend, what we have to do? We have to keep one dot to the left of that number. Here, see, 9 is greater than 1. So what we have to do? We have to keep one dot to the left of that number. Then we have to add the complement of 9 with the above number. So here, what is the complement of 9? 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now we have to add the dot with this number. How many dots are here? Only one. So 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 is greater than 2. So we have to keep one dot. So what is the complement of 9? 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 is greater than 3. So we have to keep one dot to the left of that number. Then what is the complement of 8? 2. So 3 plus 2 will become 5. Now 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 is greater than 4. So we have to keep one dot to the left of that number. Now what is the complement of 7? 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. Now 5 plus 1 is 6. Now 6 is greater than 5. So we have to keep one dot to the left of that number. Complement of 6 is 4. So 5 plus 4 is 9. Here 4 plus 1 is 5. So we can subtract 5 from 6. That is 1. So 7 minus 3 is 4. 8 minus 2 is 6. 9 minus 1 is 8. Children, did you understand? Now we will see the next sum for practice. Here the same. The number in the subtrahend is greater than the number in the minuend. So what we have to do? We have to keep one dot to the left of that number and add the complement of 8 with the above number. So here complement of 8 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Now we have to add the dot. So 5 plus 1 is 6. What is the complement of 6? 4. 0 plus 4 is 4. Now here 3 plus 1 is 4. So 8 minus 4 you will get 4. 443. Another sum for practice. Here see 7 is greater than 5. So we have to keep one dot. Complement of 7 is what? 3. So 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay. Next you have to add the dot with this. So it will become 9. 9 is greater than 1. So we have to keep one dot to the left of that number. What is the complement of 9? 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now here see 9 plus 1 is 10. So 10 is greater than 4. So we have to keep one dot to the left of that number. Here the complement of 10 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. Now 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 6 minus 3 is 3. Next, technique 2, all from 9 and the last from 10, subtracting from a base. Here, these two numbers should be subtracted from 9 and the last number should be subtracted from 10. So 9 minus 7 is 2, 9 minus 8 is 1, last number should be subtracted from 10, 10 minus 4 is 6. Next, 9 minus 0 is 9, 9 minus 0 is 9, 9 minus 7 is 2. Here last number should be subtracted from 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Next sum for practice. Here 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 0 is 9. Then here last number should be subtracted from 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. Now 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. Last number should be subtracted from 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Children, did you understand? Next, subtracting from a multiple of base. 600 is a multiple of 100. Is it not? So, how many digits are there in the subtrahend, children? 2. So, you make a partition here. So, this is left side number, this is right side number. Okay, in the left side number, you have to reduce by 1. So, 6 will become 5. Then, we have to use the rule all from 9 and the last from 10. So, 9 minus 8 is 1. 10 minus 7 is 3. Next sum for practice. Here, how many digits are there? 3. So, starting from the right, 1, 2, 3, you have to make a partition here. So, this is left side number, right side number. So, left side number should be reduced by 1. So, 4. All from 9 and the last from 10. Here, 9 minus 2, 7. 9 minus 3, 6. Last from 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. Now, the same next method, bar method of subtraction, that is vinculum. Vinculum means 1 bar. Okay. Vinculum numbers are also called as negative numbers. Okay. Here we are going to do subtraction from left to right. First, we are going to drop that 4 as it is. 5 minus 8 is not possible. So, we are going to subtract 5 from 8. So, 8 minus 5 is 3. I'm going to put 1 bar above that. 7 minus 3 is 4. Then I'm going to put one bar above it. If the bars numbers are continuous, we can use the rule all from 9 and the last from 10. And bar before number should be reduced by 1. Here bar before number is 4, so you have to reduce the number by 1. So 4 will reduce as 3. So all from 9. So 9 minus 3 is 6. Last from 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. See, next sum for practice. So you have to drop the 4 as it is. 5 minus 6 is not possible. So I'm going to subtract 6 minus 5. 1. Then I will put a bar over that. 4 minus 2 is possible. So you will get 2. 7 minus 9 is not possible. So I'm going to subtract 9 minus 7. 2. I'm going to put one bar over that. Now bar before number should be reduced by 1. So 3. What is the complement of 9? 1. Complement of 1 is 9. Then bar before number should be reduced by 1. So 2 is reduced as 1. And what is the complement of 2? 8. So you will get 3918. Next. Don't get panics, children. This is very simple. Within a minute you can tell the answer. Okay, we will start from left to right. First, 5 minus 2 is 3. 2 minus 3 is not possible. So 3 minus 2, 1. I'm putting a bar. 8 minus 3, 5. I'm putting a bar. 9 minus 4 is 5. I'm putting a bar. 1 minus 1 is 0. Then 7 minus 6, 1. I'm putting a bar over that. 7 minus 2 is possible. 5. 2 minus 1 is possible. 1. 8 minus 3 is possible. 5. Then 9 minus 5 minus 9 is not possible. So 9 minus 5, 4. Then I'm putting a bar over that. Okay, children, see here continuous bar numbers are there. If continuous bar numbers are there, we can use the rule all from 9 and the last from 10. The bar before number should be reduced by 1. So 3 is reduced as 2. Here 9 all from 9, is it not? So 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. Here 9 minus 0 is 9. Here last you should subtract from 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. So this 5 number we can write as it is 1. So bar before number should be reduced by 1. So you will get 4. What is the complement of 4? 6. Children, did you understand? In this class, we have learned 3 techniques, children, to make subtraction easier, faster using Vedic maths. One is dot method of subtraction, all from 9 and the last from 10. Bar method of subtraction. Practice these sums. We will meet in the next session. Thank you, children. Stay home, stay safe, and save the.
Hello students, I am Maushami, your music teacher from Sindhi Model Senior Secondary School, welcoming you to Summer Camp 2020. Today I am going to sing a Hari Bhajan. It means Lord Krishna Vandana. I hope you all will like. It is very easy to sing. Just follow it. आरती कुंज विहारी की, आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की. Student, please sing with me. It's very easy to sing. आरती कुंज विहारी की, आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की. गले में वैजंती माला, बजावे मुरली मधुर बाला, गले में वैजंती माला, बजावे मुरल मधुर बाला, श्रवण में कुंडल झलकाला, नंद के आनंद नंद लाला, श्रवण में कुंडल झलकाला, नंद के आनंद नंद लाला. भ्रमर से अलग कस्तूरी तिलक, ललित छवि श्यामा प्यारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर बांके बिहारी की, आरती कुंज बिहारी की, आरती कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की. Student, I am going to next stanza. गगन सम अंग कांति काली, गगन संग अंग कांति काली, राधिका चमक रही आली, गगन सम अंग कांति काली, राधिका चमक रही आली, लखन में खारे बनमाली, भ्रमर से अलग कस्तूरी तिलक, चंद्र से झलक. Again I am doing. भ्रमर से अलग कस्तूरी तिलक, चंद्र से झलक, ललित छवि श्यामा प्यारी की, श्री गिरिधर बांके बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर बांके बिहारी की, आरती कुंज विहारी की, आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, गले में वैजंती माला, बजावे मुरली मधुर बाला, कस्तूरी तिलक भ्रमर से अलग, कस्तूरी तिलक, ललित छवि श्यामा प्यारी की, ललित छवि श्यामा प्यारी की, श्री गिरिधर बांके बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर बांके बिहारी की, आरती कुंज विहारी की, आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की. I hope you all sang and enjoyed. We will meet again in next class. Till that, stay at home, be safe, use mask and sanitizer. Bye bye.
Hey children, welcome to Sindhi Model School Summer Camp. I'm Sabita and we are going to have the art session. I hope you all are enjoying your holidays as well as being safe inside your home. Now let's move on to the next set of numbers 7, 8, 9 and 10. Let's start off with number 7. This is number 7. Watch out carefully with a small curve here. Whiskers, 2 ears, bring it down here. Okay, what does it look like? Looks like a fat mouse. Yes. And what is missing? A tail. What does a mouse like to eat? It's looking out for a cheese on table. Again 7. Extend it. Put it down. Isn't it looking like a real cheese? Yes. I'll draw it once more. I'll draw it nice big. 7. 2 ears. Again 7. Yes, isn't it nice? What is missing? A tail. Shall we color the mouse? We will color it with gray. See how fat our mouse is? Yes, isn't it nice? We'll move on to the next number, number 8. Let's move on to number 8 now. This is your number 8. Watch carefully. We draw 8 like this. Yes. And then a line. And what does this represent? 2 eyes. Take out your red crayon. Draw a scarf. Take out your orange. Draw a nose. Yes, you are almost closer to it. It is a snowman. Draw the buttons, the eyes and hands to it. Isn't it nice? I'll draw it once more. Watch carefully. Two eyes, then your red crayon, scarf to it, buttons, hands with your orange crayon, the nose. And yes, now I'll draw the next picture. Let me take out the brown crayon. Now find out what is this. Draw your 8 like this, a slanting 8. Now feathers over here, feathers over here, the beak comes here, your eyes, and then 2 legs. What does this look like? It is like a hen or a rooster. Now draw a little bit of grass. Yes? Now I'll draw it once more. Watch out carefully. Small circle. Your 8 will be a bit slanting this time. Feathers at the back. Here. Your beak, your eyes, 2 legs, one more set of feathers here, and then what do we need to draw more? Grass. Shall we decorate the feathers at the back? It's looking so real. Isn't it lovely with number 8? Yes. Let's move on to number 9. Yes, let us draw or write number 9 like this. Connect it, draw a line. What is this looking like? It's like a bug, a ladybug. Color it with red to look like a real ladybug. Isn't it easy to draw with these numbers? Yes? Yes? See how easy? And put a small triangle over here where it can open out its wings to fly. Now watch again. I draw it a little bit big. Put 9 like this. Complete it down. Eyes of the ladybug, the antennae, small triangle. Now with red, color the inner part. What is missing over here now? It is the legs. Isn't it now easy? Color the eyes. Color this part also. The head part. The ladybug. Isn't it nice? The ladybug. Yes, I'll draw one more figure with number 9. When you're feeling very thirsty, what do you all search for? You all search for water. So this is a small jug drawn using number 9. See, it's a small water jug drawn using number 9. Now for the next figure, when you all win a cup, win a prize, what do you receive? Yes, in sports or in other things you receive, right? See? This is another cup, prize cup, a trophy, and first place goes to you. Shall I draw it once more? 9 goes down like this. Connect it. Bring it down. If you want to add some extra details to make the cup look a bit weird. Yes, isn't it nice? Isn't it nice and easy to draw a trophy, ladybug and a can or a measuring jar with number 9? Now we'll move on to the next number. Now let's move on to the next number, 10. Yes, a simple figure. Just see this. 1. Put the 0 a bit small. Take your red and color it. It is like a ball. Yes, it is a ball. So what is there next to it? It is a bat. It is like a bat. See? Isn't it nice and simple? With just 1 and 0, a lovely figure with 10. Yes, I'll draw it once more. I'll draw it quite big. 1. Put a small 0 next to it. Put the curves here. Take your red, color it inside, color this triangle also in the back. So now, I'll draw one more figure using number 10. Watch carefully. A long one and a small circle in the middle. I hope most of you would have guessed it. Yes, it is a flag. So what colors are the flag? It is in orange, the chakra will come in navy blue, yes, and then what comes below? Green comes below. See? And what color comes in between? Orange and green? White. Very good. Yes, got it? Shall I draw it once more? Listen carefully. One. A small circle in here. First, draw lines on top of these circles. Now, connect it. And then, with dark navy blue color, draw the chakra. Yes. Color the top part of your flag orange, the down part of your flag with green, and the middle part with white. Yes, isn't it nice, people? Enjoy drawing all this. Have fun. Thank you, children.
Namaste to all. Welcome to SMS Summer Camp. Now we are going to make a mask. For that we need a cloth and a lid. The diameter of the lid must be 25 cm or any plate. Keep the lid at the corner of the cloth. Make a circle. And then cut it with the scissor. Now this is the right side of the cloth. This is the wrong side. You have to fold it as wrong side upwards. Now we are going to cut this into again half as semicircle. Now we are going to stitch from here to here, then leave some gap, then from here to here. Stitch around the semicircle. Now I am using running stitch. With the help of running stitch, again the gaps must be filled with a double running stitch. I have completed this side by using running and double running stitch. Now I left some gap. I am going to start from here. Again the running and double running stitch. Now I have completed the running and double running stitch on either side, leaving some gap opening here to take it out. Now I have to stitch from here to here again the running stitch. Now I am starting here first running stitch. Then double running to fill the gap. Now make a knot at the end. The opening what we have left already, it will be useful for you to take out the right side. Now we are going to join this opening with the help of roll stitch. Make a knot at the end. These two corners you have to fold it inwards and tie a stitch here, hemming stitch or roll stitch, these two sides. Tie a knot. Now we have to insert elastic on either side according to the size of your face. Insert the knot inside the cloth. If you want, you can stitch here again. Like this at the another side. After inserting the elastic on either side, the mask is ready to wear now. Thank you for watching.
Hey children, welcome to Sindhi Model School Summer Camp. I hope you all are very safe at home due to this lockdown and hope you all are enjoying this video sessions in summer camp. Yes, now I'm Sabita and let's move on to our craft session. This time the craft is going to be amazing and it's very easy. The one which I'm planning to do is pinwheel. Yes, let's look into the materials required for the pinwheel. Now, any one pencil, yes, the pencil with the rubber tip and square origami sheets or any color sheets, and then a set of bell pins, pencil, scale, scissors, these type of circular sheets, a small circle sheet or any glitter sheet, and then glue. Yes, shall I repeat the materials required? Pencils with a rubber tip, origami sheets, a perfect square origami sheets, bell pins, pencil, scale, scissors, circular sheets like these, and glue. Yes, now let's move on to the making of pinwheel. Yes, now come on. Let's take two sheets. Let me show you first how to do a single pinwheel. I'll take red because I like red very much. Now take a scale and draw lines diagonally connecting the ends. Are you able to see? I think you people can't see. It's quite dark. Now cut the corn from the edges, not fully to the center. Leave a little gap over here. Yes. Yes, the last one to go. Yes. Now you will have 4 triangles like this. Now place it in the table. Apply glue now. Take glue. Apply glue at this end. If it is going to be one triangular end, apply glue this side and place it exactly to the center and give it a light press. Since the glue is very wet, it will take a long time to press. Yes. Next, where will you give the alternate corner? This end. Fold it slowly and give it a light press. Yes. Now, after folding this, again apply glue here. Apply glue here this corner. Got to fold it very carefully. Yes. Bring it to the center. Now, the last triangle. Fold it and exactly bring it to the center. I'll do it once again. Don't worry. Yes. Now all the 4 triangles have been folded and brought to the center. Now take any circular sheet. I'll take the plain yellow one. Apply glue on it. And let's press it over here in the middle so that these triangles don't unfold. Yes. Now it's almost done. Now take any color bell pin. I'll take red. Now give it a fold like this, like a L shape. See? Got it? Now pierce it exactly in the middle. Let the L also go so it will come like this. Got it? And now pierce it into the tip of the pencil, the rubber head. Now your pinwheel is almost ready. Yes, you keep it under the fan, show it under the fan. It will start spinning very fast. Got it? Yes, isn't it easy? Now I'll show you how to do it for 2 colors, 2 different colors. Now take any 2 colors which you like. Similarly, cut it. Draw lines and cut it. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut this like the above one. Cut it on the line so that the lines will not be seen. Don't cut it till the end. Yes. Now what you do is just remove the one sheet from behind. Now cut this exactly into 4 triangles, the center part. Now what are we going to do? We are just going to place the 4 triangles on this green sheet. Apply glue in the center. Now watch very carefully. Now the triangle is this, like this. You've got to keep your triangle like this, exactly 90 degrees. So you'll have a small triangle here and it will be a straight line. Now what you do is, after placing it, yes, you will fold it like this. Understood? See, still it is the same. Now take another piece of triangle, keep it over this, so it is like the alternate colors will be seen. Yes, it should coincide here. Now again flip over this triangle on top of the blue sheet. Yes, clear? Now place it over here. Now can you see it is coming clearly? Yes, the last triangle. How will you place it? You will place it this side. Yes, you will place it this side. So what are we going to do over here? There's a mistake over here. Now what you're going to do is flip this underneath. Yes. Now exactly did you get 4 green, 4 blue? Yes. Now what I'm going to do is take a piece of paper, apply glue, this circular sheet, and I'm going to stick exactly at the, oh, it's got stuck to my table. See, got to be very careful while doing it. Yes. Now please check out whether everything is fine. Yes, now it is perfect. Yes, now there will be no problem for us. Fine. Now what we are going to do is bring all the corners of the triangle towards the center. Now place little glue over here. We are going to fold it to the center. Give it a light press. Now next this one, bring it to the center. Yes. Now see, it's taking shape. Bring it to the center. Apply little glue. Bring it to the center. Yes. Yes, it is almost ready. See? Very nice. Now let's attach a blue glitter sheet to it. These are all just extra things where you'll bring in beauty to your craft. Yes, now it is almost ready. Now allow it to dry for some minutes, few minutes, and then take another bell pin. What you're going to do, you're going to fold it like this. Yes, and then you're going to pierce it through the strong now. Pierce it through it, and your pinwheel, your double color pinwheel is almost ready. Now let me take a neon color pencil and pierce it through this. Now watch it carefully. Yes, isn't it ready? Isn't it pretty? Children, see. Can you see how it's spinning? Yes. It's ready to spin. Yes. That's lovely. See, your pinwheel is ready. Now, let me show you how many pinwheels I have done. All of different colors. See? Can you see how many pinwheels? Yes, pink, smaller circle and smaller square paper, smaller size. This is having 8 sides. So 8 sides means it is a octagon shape. Yes, got it? Isn't it nice? Let me arrange it and show it to you. Isn't it nice, children? Hope you all enjoyed watching the spin wheels. Come on, go create your own pinwheels and give your siblings, your mom and dad. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching this.
Namaste and good morning, dear children. Welcome to another session of Summer Camp by Sindhi Model Senior Secondary School. Hope you are all home and safe at home. Stay clean, stay safe, stay home. So, before we start today's session, I would like to remind you that make sure that you wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds or use a sanitizer to keep your hands clean. So we are here today for another session of cookery. Can you guess what we're going to be making today? It's going to be your favorite. We are making a mug cake today. And it's a chocolate mug cake. Everybody's favorite. I hope you're all excited. Let's have a look at the ingredients. We will need 2 tablespoons maida, 2 tablespoons powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons butter. You can use salted or unsalted butter. 2 tablespoons milk, 1 tablespoon cocoa powder, 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla essence, 1 tablespoon of chocolate chips. If you don't have chocolate chips, you can use the chocolate you have at home. You can even use dairy milk. And I have a few gems for garnish. So, shall I repeat the ingredients again? 2 tablespoons maida, 2 tablespoons powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons milk, 2 tablespoons butter, 1 tablespoon cocoa powder, 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla essence, 1 tablespoon chocolate chips. If you don't have chocolate chips, you can use any chocolate that you have at home. A few gems for garnish. So, shall we start? Take a cup which can be kept in the microwave. Now, we will add the 2 tablespoon butter and half of the chocolate chips. So I have 1 tablespoon of chocolate chips here. I'm going to add half of it and we will save rest of the half for the topping. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting this in the microwave for 30 seconds to melt it. Okay, so now I have melted the chocolate and the butter in the microwave for 30 seconds. Now I'm just going to give it a good stir and make sure they come together. They will get mixed into a nice chocolatey mixture. You will have to stir it a bit. Once you make sure that the chocolate is melted, we will start adding in the rest of the ingredients. Okay, now We will first add in the sugar. You can add it in 2 parts. Add the sugar, mix it up. Okay, it's got mixed. So I'm adding in the rest of the sugar. Again mix it. Next we will add in the maida. Again we will add it in 2 parts, 1 tablespoon at a time. Otherwise it tends to form lumps. To avoid that, we will add it in little by little. Now it's coming together and it's becoming a thick batter. Okay? So, okay, I have mixed 1 tablespoon. I'm adding in the next tablespoon also now. Okay, so now it's getting thick. It's coming together and it's getting thick. Now what we'll do is we will add in the milk. And then we'll add in the baking powder and the cocoa powder. So I'm adding in milk little by little again. Maybe 1 tablespoon at a time. And give it a nice good mix. You can do this slowly and gently so that it forms a nice good smooth batter. Okay, so see how nicely it's coming in together. I'll add in the rest of the milk. Okay, now we'll add in the baking powder and the cocoa powder. Coming all together really well. So now I'm putting in the baking powder. Giving it a mix. Make sure it's a nice smooth batter and no lumps are formed. I'm again going to be adding in the cocoa powder in 2 parts. Since it's very fine, there are chances of it getting really lumped up. Okay, give it a nice mix and add in the rest of the cocoa powder too. Again mix it. Our batter is now ready. Just have a look at it how it looks. It's a real nice smooth and chocolatey batter. Now we will add in the vanilla essence. We are adding in 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla essence and give it a good mix. If you don't have vanilla essence, you can just skip it. The essence just gives it a nice good flavor to the cake. Add in half of the chocolate chips that we had.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमतः पूर्णमितं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः